Hi, friends. Welcome back to Live at the Roxy on this January 4th, aka my dad's birthday. Happy birthday, Michael Stryer. Not that he's watching because he's never watched a single one of these, but that's okay. He's still the most supportive dad on the frickin' planet. I only think he doesn't watch these because he doesn't give a flying fuck about what we talk about on this show. Unless we're talking about Guns N' Roses, he is out. Guys, we are 4 days in, which means we are 296 days into quarantine. How do we know that? Because that's how many days we have been live at the Roxy Quarantine Edition. And a lot of news is going down in 2021. Some weird ass news. Listen, 2021 couldn't be normal. We knew that. You know what I learned today? You know what I figured out today? I might even post an Instagram about this. Keep you posted. 2021 is 2021. Have you guys heard that? I was saying it out loud and then I was like, oh my God, 2021? But it really did. 2020 really did win. We lost. 2021, us, 0. Anyway, it's just my little tidbit of today. Yeah, the 2020, it really did win. It really did freaking win. But anyway, now that we're in 2021, there's a lot of news going down. Michael Keaton's apparently going to be the main DCEU Batman. I got to get you guys' thoughts on this. I can give you my thoughts on this, but also I want to tell you what's going on my DC Movie News text chain, because I don't know whether I'm just really slow or what, but this is interesting news. Olivia Wilde and Harry Styles are dating, or at least they're holding hands, which we all know means dating. I held hands with my 6th grade boyfriend. It was dope. Rich people say dumb shit. Edition, 4,982. How many times can we talk about rich people saying dumb shit? Like, so many times. So many times. Because they're just going to keep doing it. John McKay, or Mackey. John Mackey? Makey? I think Mackey. John McKay. Mackey. Just literally corrected myself and then said it the other way again. John Mackey. He's the CEO of Whole Foods. And don't you worry, guys. Don't you worry. You were concerned about healthcare? Stop worrying. Because John Mackey has the solution for you. That noise is like the noise. And there was a new WandaVision TV spot that I thought was dope. So wanted to talk about that as well. All that and more today live at the Roxy. Plus, whatever questions, comments, concerns, etc. you guys have, put them in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, or in the super chat. Let's see. Glenn says, today is day 295, but still a lot of quarantine episodes. Thank you. What did I say it was? 296? I was fucking wrong. Surprise, surprise. I wasn't good at the numbers just now. So, yeah. All right, we'll break all that down. But first, let's start with some of the Streamlabs. As I said, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. We did the dumbest things on the Streamlabs for our World Girls thing, and now we're trying to handle it. Apparently, you're not allowed to sell merch on Streamlabs, and now we are in the thick of dealing with that. But we are allowed to use Streamlabs for this purpose, so I will continue to do so. Let's see what happened. All right, today, our first Streamlabs of the day came in at 3:41 in the morning from LD123. Holy shit, waking up early. LD says, hey, coach, today is my day off and I'm on vocal rest, but Romeo and I are not spending the day together. Nothing's wrong, just need to rest. And if he is here, I won't rest my voice. LOL. I was thinking last night about my sexual vocabulary, and I have an idea why it's so vulgar. I'm the youngest of 6 kids. The other 5 are boys. My mother died giving birth to me, and my dad never remarried. He worked a lot, so I was raised by my 5 brothers, so I learned sex stuff from them watching porn, bragging, and listening to them talk. Also, porn was on in the living room TV all the time, and no sex ed in school, and my brothers taught me sex was evil and wrong for girls. So me figuring this stuff out is very difficult. Also, since I'm acting, my brothers now call me a Hollywood whore. Oh, that's not nice. Even though I've only spent one day in Hollywood. So I want to thank you, Coach, for not just acting advice, but also sex advice. I'm off to the gym, then yoga, then the pool, so I can swim today because it's been a while. LD, great comment. Thanks for explaining a little bit. I think it's always cool to be introspective and realize why we are the way we are and not judge ourselves for it. But it's a wild story that you have there. And yeah, it's interesting the juxtaposition too, though, of or like the hypocrisy of watching porn in the living room, but then teaching you sex is bad for women, but then they're showing you sex. So that's very strange and awful to hear about your mom. That's fucking horrible. Horrible. I would like to think that your brothers will come around. Calling you a Hollywood whore is not very nice. But here's the thing about how life works, because I've had a lot of people not believe in me in the past too. The more successful you get, the more they'll realize they're wrong. So I always talk about success being the best revenge, because they're not going to be calling you a Hollywood whore when you end up in the mansion in Hollywood, able to pay everybody's bills and doing what you love to do at the same time. So keep up the good work. And yeah, that's just not a nice phrase. But we appreciate you sharing with us, and thank you for telling us about all of that. Everybody in the chat, Red for Reddington, says, terrible brothers. I don't know how they were in other ways, but those definitely were not shining moments of theirs, that's for sure. LD Wild, says Lloyd Nance. Yeah. Daryl says, I'm sorry, LD. That's awful. Spidey Sensei says LD's brothers will be singing a different tune when she's rich as fuck. Absolutely. Bruce says your brothers are douches. No offense. Yeah, we don't know your brothers, LD, but from those stories, it doesn't sound like particularly supportive brothers. And sometimes it's really hard, but sometimes we have to minimize or eliminate people in our life that we don't want to. I've had family that, and not my immediate family, luckily, they've been so incredibly supportive, but I've had family who has not been helpful for my life, not been supportive, not been kind. And those are people that I don't speak to because they can go fuck themselves. Just because we're blood, if you don't treat somebody well, then you don't get to be in their life. So just something to think about, not telling you what to do, but just trying to advise you a little bit here. I know it's really hard when you've already lost a family member to think like that, but sometimes you have to protect yourself. All right, speaking of protecting yourselves, let's see. Texas teacher in the house. Hello, rock stars. I'm Robert, and I'm an addict. It's been 5 months since my last snort, shoot, drink, or smoke. I'm back from the woods, and I'm sitting in my classroom. I enjoyed my time away, except for the fireworks, which reminds me of war, but it did time to think about things, and I came away from the middle of nowhere, hopefully better than I was when I left. I was thinking of it's on a couple different lines. Unintended harm caused by people, and in what way we can make amends to them. I asked a friend of mine who knits to knit me a scarf, which is something that he does for money. I was not asking him to do it for free, but I wanted one that was Slytherin from Harry Potter. He was a bit upset with me for asking that, as he is a trans man whom I first met pre-transition. When I asked him to make it, I didn't think about JK and the trans thing. Oh, gotcha. I was thinking about my next cosplay. He's fine with it after we spoke, but it did make me think about the hurt that we can do without malice, done with no malice, i.e. when I said, smile to you, for which I am still sorry for. I'm happy to be back and happy to pick up with you in the new year. I felt that it was important for me to reach out and let you know I'm still clean and sober. I've missed your daily pickups and everything you do. Hugs. Texas teacher, what a beautiful, beautiful thing to say. Please don't think another second about the smile thing. It's really okay. And in terms of that, I think we all make mistakes and we're all human. And honestly, if you were thinking about House Slytherin, you were not always thinking about the people who create work. So I get why you wouldn't have necessarily thought about that. And hopefully your friend can be understanding. And it sounds like they were. of the situation, which was you were just thinking about something else. It's not like you were doing something on purpose. And then for the next time, we can learn from those mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes once. It's not as okay to make them twice. And we really have to make sure that we learn and grow from things. And that's just kind of the point of life. I've done some really dumb shit in my life too. And I've had to learn and grow as well, as I'm sure you have, considering you're on the path to being a clean and sober, healthy living person. I'm sure there are things that you're not too proud of from your past, but those things don't have to be your future. So I'm really happy you shared with us. Thank you for being here with us, Texas teacher. We're all rooting for you all the time. We talked about you even when you were gone. I'm glad that you're back, and welcome back into the rock stars. Not that you ever left us, just happy to have you home. Chris Burke in the super chat says, "Hey Roxy, it's Avery. Just wanted to tell you tell my dad happy birthday today. He is the grand young age of 41. Love you." Avery, did you hear me say that it's my dad's birthday today too? I did not realize that my dad and your dad had the same birthday. That's wild. Well, happy birthday to Chris Burke, and happy birthday to Michael Stryer. And thank you for sharing with us. My dad's got a couple of decades on your dad, which makes sense because he was a young one. But happy birthday to our favorite father-daughter duo. It's awesome. And thank you for joining and letting us know. Thank you to everybody in here right now, guys. I'd like to give shout outs to everyone who stops by. I know not everyone can be financially supportive of the show, but you guys all show up, which means you are supportive of the show. And I'm so grateful for that. If you cannot financially support, or even if you can, please don't forget to like this video, to subscribe to the channel, to leave a review on Apple Podcasts, to leave a comment after the fact. It all helps a lot. So I'm really grateful for that. And shout out to you guys for being here. Rob K, Andrew Thomas, Matt Link, Thomas Bartholdi, Maramoth Haunts, PC, Silu, Bonino, Christian Campos, Legoland 13, Scott Welsh, Matt Link, Intelligence Cycle, Andrew Thomas, Bruce Banner, Spidey Sensei, Daryl Lay, The Vicious Ocean, Lloyd Nance, Tron of Seven, Redford Reddington, John Bainbridge, Sir Joker, Gavin Min, Jake Yakavetta, Kay Walton, Glenn Caesar, Rob Fishback. Just scrolling up through all of the people. Lauren, Chris Martinez. I'm sure I've said some of you guys a couple times. I'm sure I missed some of you guys as well. Sad SQ, Daniel Lee, Mark Jason Ali, PC. What up, PC? Thank you guys all. I really appreciate you tuning in. So professional. Tuning in. If you have questions, comments, concerns, or are able to support streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, I really appreciate it. Speaking of which, let's go in here. Lloyd Nance said, "Hi, Roxy. Happy birthday to your dad. Love you." Thanks, Lloyd. Appreciate that. I'll let him know you said so. Hitman Hudson said, "What are you most hyped for in 2021? For me, it's the Wheel of Time TV show." Hitman Hudson, we did a whole 21 things to be excited about in 2021 yesterday, so you might want to check that one out if you didn't already. What I'm most excited for, though, is for Trump to leave office and vaccinations to be rolled out. Stone Fanboy said, "This might be a long shot, but I think this might be a cool thing the World Girls could try one of these days. I would help fund this if possible. Haha. Take it easy, Roxy." And then there's a link. Oh, is this a frozen carbonite thing? Let's see. He sent a link. I think it's a frozen in carbonite thing. I would have to actually look into it, but yeah, encased in carbonite. I mean, I think that this would be thousands and thousands of dollars, but I will do my due diligence and look into it. Thank you, Stone Fanboy, for being consistent as always and awesome. Much appreciated, homie. Much appreciated to all of you guys. Pal Tio says, me, you. Hell yeah. Thanks, Jake Yakavetta, my amazing mod, and the Streamlabs. All right, guys, let's talk about a little bit of the news before we get to more Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer or Super Chats. I want to talk about this Michael Keaton situation. For those of you guys who do not know what I'm talking about, no worries. It started trending about an hour ago on Twitter, and I don't know what to make of this. So apparently it's confirmed via Brooks Barnes from the New York Times that the DC will be having two different film sagas involving Batman running at the same time, one with Robert Pattinson and one with Michael Keaton. I know that we had already talked about Michael Keaton returning, making an appearance in the Flash movie, And I know that we had the Batman with Robert Pattinson, but I did not realize that Michael Keaton was going to be the official DCEU Batman, and that Affleck would be leaving, and Michael Keaton would be taking over again as Batman. I did not know that that's what was taking place. So it's interesting. It seems like a lot of the people on the internet also feel that way. Lights Camera Pod tweeted Michael Keaton will be replacing main Batman within the DCEU, replacing Ben Affleck. And I was like, wow, what is this? So then I texted my DC movie news group and I said, are you guys seeing this Michael Keaton stuff? And Mike Kalinowski said, isn't that what we kind of have known though? Like we already knew that. And I said that he was in it, yes, but I didn't realize he was the DCEU Batman. Maybe you picked up on that much faster than me. And then I did the crying laughing face because Mike always picks up on things so fucking fast and I don't pick up on shit for so long. Wait, pausing that story because the baddest of all bads, Bad Bruja, Dorina is in the house. Fuck yeah, Michael Keaton. D, are you actually excited about this? Are you actually stoked to have Michael Keaton? And I don't mean that with any judgment in my tone, but are you actually excited to have Michael Keaton not just back as an appearance in The Flash, but like back as the Batman in one of the two DC paths, like in the DCEU movies? And does that mean if he's in the DCEU, if he's the DCEU Batman, so it's going to be him and Gal and Momoa and Ezra and possibly Henry Cavill? We still don't know what the fuck's happening there. Like, so he's the Batman in that universe? How the fuck does that make sense? Flashpoint? Or just like, he's back? Is that actually something you guys are stoked for? I love Michael Keaton's Batman. Granted, he's not my Batman. You guys know that. Bale is my Batman. I know that D is more on this train than I am, but I still love his Batman. I'm going to just point out the obvious. You guys aren't going to be stoked about this, but I'm going to point it out. He's not a spring chicken. Like, it's taken a long time to pump out these movies. You're telling me, what is he going to do? Like a 3-picture deal, a 6-picture deal? Like he's straight up our Batman? What's happening? What's happening? Okay, this is what D says. Yeah, I'm getting sick of superhero movies. Replace everyone with Michael Keaton. It's the most Dorina comment ever. By the way, I was texting with Dorina earlier and she had a picture of me in which I thought I was cute and I made her send it to me. I said, I thought I was cute here. She said, you're always cute. So I sent her the ugliest picture I could possibly take. Like, kind of thing, like a fucked up face. She said I could still get it. I don't get it, but I could get it. And that's the point. You always want to be in a place where you could get it, even if you're not getting it. Because I'm clearly not fucking getting it. Maybe one day, 2021. I can't go the whole year without getting it. That would be woof. D says Michael Keaton should play everyone in the Justice League. I mean, I actually would watch that movie. That sounds more like, I feel like they should do a Lego Batman Justice League in which every character is voiced by Keaton. That I would watch. But I don't know that I actually want to see Michael Keaton as Wonder Woman. I don't know that that's something I need in my life. On SNL, maybe. But in the movie, I'd watch it. I'd watch the fuck out of it. But do I need that in my life? Hard to say. Truly hard to say. I saw that this was from Dr. Movie News, said, sad news, Walter Hamada has confirmed that Ben Affleck is exiting the DC universe and the main Batman, the DCEU, will be Michael Keaton. It's unclear if Affleck will still appear in The Flash 2022. As previously reported, Pattinson remains standalone in Matt Reeves' universe. I'm kind of bummed about this. You guys know I love Ben Affleck. I love Batfleck. I even like Sadfleck. I like Ben Affleck. I'm a Boston girl. I thought he was a great Batman. I think that we didn't get that much of a chance with him. Him leaving would suck. Him not being in the Flash movie at all would suck. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But also, I'm happy for him because remember he put out that statement that was like, I wanted to come back for another Batman movie. And the people closest to my life told me that it would kill me if I did it because of how much it fucked him up last time. So I like want him to stay safe and be good. But yeah. D says Michael Keaton is literally the best MCU villain. You think that? You think that? Do you mean in Spider-Man or do you mean as Batman in the DC? Like, is the biggest MCU villain somebody who stars in a DC movie and crashes? She's losing her shit. She's losing her shit. You guys are liking Batfleck too? Yeah, I liked him a lot. I don't want him to do anything that like puts him in an early grave, but at the same time, I wanted to see more of him. And I don't know what this will look like here. Going back to my conversation that I was having with DC movie news, which is what I was telling you guys about, which is why I was so confused. Mike said that he thought we already knew that. I said he picked up on things faster than me. He said, I thought Affleck was a one and done. I said I thought that too, but I didn't realize Keaton was taking back the wheel totally. He said just waiting on the official word and Keaton being cast. Seems like we're pulling a Marvel where everyone knows he's cast, but they just don't say it officially. And then Ryan Nelson said, I had no clue Keaton was back for multiple projects. I did not realize that. I did not realize that. Like, that's huge news. It's not even trending number one. Poor Keaton. Trend number one. Fly, baby, fly. Except Batman can't fly. Boomerang, baby, boomerang. Batarang. There we go. She got there. That a girl rocks. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider here in the super chat. Are you excited to see Michael Keaton back as Batman in X amount of movies in the DCEU? Do you think it's weird that they're not using Robert Pattinson and finding a way to cross him over? Are you happy to see that? Because that would have made no goddamn sense. Do you think that they're going to do a big Joker Batman universe with Joaquin Phoenix and Pattinson and then keep this separate? Or what's happening? You guys tell me. That Bruja. I like all the Batmans, actually. I was wrong to prejudge Batfleck. He was good. I was right about Jesse Eisenberg, though. I like all the Batmans, too. I really like all the Batmans, like even the campy ones, even the VO one. I've never had an issue with the Batman. I even like Clooney, Kilmer, throw him at me. But I also like Jesse Eisenberg. So I know I'm in my own camp there. I thought he was good. I thought he was a creepy villain. I liked him. But I like bratty characters, hence why I love Anakin. I like brats. I like brats on screen because it's so realistic to life. Like, how often in life are you interacting with somebody who's a total fucking douche brat? And that's what Eisenberg is. He's a douche brat. And that's real. Those are who's out there. Thank you, Jason Freeman, for the support. Appreciate you, my dude. Guys, being a douche brats. Not Jason Freeman. Jason Freeman's awesome. Just before that, I was talking about douche brats. And I just want to talk for a brief moment here about the douche brat of the day today. I know we talk about rich people on the show all the time. It's because they're fucking entertaining with how out of touch with reality they really are. Like, I don't understand how that happens. It's got to be a not just rich, a celebrity rich thing, because I get that this person isn't a celeb, like not on TV, but they're so rich and so wealthy that they just don't even fucking have a grasp on reality anymore. And that's John Mackey. I don't even know if that's how you say his last name. Mackey. That's the CEO of Whole Foods, which is already a very douchey place. And I won't lie to you guys. I love me some Whole Foods. I love to shop at Whole Foods. I feel very healthy when I eat there. I end up spending way too much money, but I will say they've got some good shit. They just do. They got some good shit in there. They got some good organic shit. I can barely fucking afford it. Scratch that. I cannot afford it. I do it anyway sometimes. Very rarely, but sometimes I'm just like, fuck it, I'm going to Whole Foods. Here's the thing. If you're going to be the CEO of Whole Foods and you're going to have that whole like douchebag thing going on and you're going to be the Whole Foods guy, then maybe don't talk about anything fucking else. Because I'll tell you guys what he did today. I bet you'll be fucking annoyed. And I'm going to do that right now. But first, let's say bye to Dee, my girl. She's got to go work. She loves me. I love her too. She wants you guys to remember to eat your vegetables. Maybe not from Whole Foods, though. And masturbate regularly. That one's really important and also free. So there's that. It's very, very important, guys. Best advice ever from Dee. We'll take it. All right. So here's the deal. Here's what happened with this Whole Foods douche. If you guys saw this trending, you're already ahead of me, and you fucking know that homeboy can get bent. But he decided to make some comments about the healthcare system. And he says that the best solution is to not need healthcare for Americans, and that they should just change how they eat and live. That's his solution for the healthcare system. He just thinks that people just need to change how they eat and live, and then nobody will need healthcare. Okay, let's break this down for a second. I'm going to state the obvious. People who eat and are more active are typically healthier. Okay, we'll give them that. This we fucking know. This we know. So I'm just curious, though. I'm just curious, John. Are you saying that like eating at Whole Foods is going to cure my autoimmune disease? Or would that have like fixed my mom's cancer? Do you think that that would like have kept everybody from getting COVID? Because we are in a global pandemic right now, and, you know, like 300,000 people in this country alone have died. So just wondering, would Whole Foods and eating healthier have fixed that problem? Also, have you seen the price of healthy food? Are you understanding that McDonald's is $1 for me to get full and Whole Foods is $25 to get full, and we have to eat 3 meals a day? So I'm just curious about that. Like, what's your healthcare plan in that situation? So I'm just wondering. This is the problem. When rich people are like, you know, just get an Equinox membership and then like also eat all organic healthy food. I mean, even if I did and could afford to do that, I still could fucking get injured or sick and still would need healthcare. But also, if I can't afford that, because getting a membership at a very nice gym and eating really, really healthy all the time is super fucking expensive. You fucking twat. Kay Walton's telling us that John, it was and still is a super hippie. And that's great, but don't make fucking comments like this. Like, you can say, our healthcare system is fucked up. Here's one of the things that I think that we can do right now in order to be healthier while we deal with our healthcare system. We have to try to eat healthier. We need more inexpensive, healthy options for people. Talk like that. Not, we don't need a solution to our healthcare problem because the solution to that is just like eat organic. What? Okay. Thanks, John, for the tip. Really appreciate that. You the realist, you the homie. Thank you. It's not gonna stop me from going to Whole Foods when I want Whole Foods. I'm just saying, rich people, check yourself before you wreck yourself. I hope I'm one of you guys one day. And I hope I never say shit like that. Because that's just stupid. That's just really stupid. At least I'll know what it's like to be very, very non-financially comfortable if I ever am financially comfortable. Dr. Nitrogen says, Michael Keaton is the best at everything. Batman and Batman Returns still have me in awe. Burton and Keaton rule. Dorina's advice to masturbate suits me. I'm so glad. It's probably good for healthcare systems. The more you masturbate, the less stressed you are. It's a whole thing. Shout out to you. Let's go into the Streamlabs. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. See what it is that you guys have to say in here today. All right, going back to Leonard Kim, who says, hey, Roxy, I hope the day is going well. If not, you have plenty of time to make it better. Just like that, The Bachelor is back to kick off 2021, and I'm pumped. I think Matt James will be great. Also, protect LD at all costs. The hair looks fantastic. Thanks, Leonard Kim. I agree. Kay Walton says, do you think having 2 Batmans at the same time undermines Pattinson? Like, people will just start comparing the two? kind of. I think one of the ways that people won't compare them as much, though, is if you have Keaton, because they're nothing alike. I mean, like, there's a huge age gap there, and they're going to be doing completely different things. So maybe that's why they're doing it like that. Good question, though, Kay Walton. Desmond in here said, this is probably the worst idea Warner Brothers has ever had. What the fuck is going on? Why can't we just have a coherent DCEU? Just replace Affleck and Cavill with the same age actors and make it the same character. Christ. Desmond, that's definitely one way of looking at it. I'm sure they've thought about it. Maybe marketability, finances, whatever they figured out. They thought that this is the way. This is the way. Paul 3JP says, what up, Rocks? It's officially the beginning of 2021. Hope your is off to a great start. This year is going to be legit, and everyone hearing your voice is going to level up in a major way. All that being said, clearly the best Batman is Val Kilmer. Do you really think that, Paulo? And thank you. I appreciate that. You're awesome. Glenn Caesar says, hello and good afternoon, Roxy/RJ/Chunk. Love you. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Happy Monday. # peace, love, bunnies, and hugs to you and the Rockstars band. Cheers to you and having a super successful and love-filled 2021. New OSA show with DJ this week? I think so, Glenn. We were texting today. I'm pretty sure that we're having it on the 8th. I have to ask him for sure, but that was our plan to come back then. I'll keep you guys posted, though. Love working with him. He's the greatest. Glenn also says, as always, I hope that we can all find and feel some joy in each of our days, our weeks, our months, and our years. Don't ever forget, when it gets tough, we're not alone. Even if we're by ourselves, the Rockstars and World Friends communities are here for you. Cheers to that. Sips tea. Thank you, Glenn. Remember, everyone, you're kind, you're smart, you're important, you are worthy. So keep on being your terrific selves, because we appreciate you. As always, smash cancer. Keep up the fights, Mets, and everyone else who's battling. We're with you. Glenn, you're awesome. Awesome, awesome. Thank you for the support always. Rob Fishbeck in the house says, here's my pitch. An older Batman and Catwoman who are dealing with aging while living together at Wayne Manor. All the villains are gone now, and it's Alfred. It's more of a romance drama. Now, that movie I would watch. Hey, I would too. It's not what they're going to do, but I would sure as hell fucking watch that. You know, I'm a hopeless romantic. It's tough to age after you've been a superhero / villain. You know, it's tough. Glenn Caesar says, as always, to keep the daily reminders going, Miles Cosgrove, Brett Hankinson, Jonathan Mattingly, arrest the cops who killed Breonna Taylor, all 3 of them for killing Breonna Taylor. Again, hopefully Biden and Harris do something about this in 2021. Absolutely. More than fingers crossed, because we can't just think it. We got to do something about it. So we're going to keep talking about it here on this show and not let them forget what the fuck happened. So thank you for that reminder, and shout out to everybody in here right now. Appreciate you guys. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything going on, if you watch my show every day and you're feeling like you can give me a little support, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Appreciate you all. You're awesome, and thank you for being in here. Let's move on to talk about, you guys know, every time I talk about something dating on this show, it's kind of weird. It gets a little strange, but I do it anyway, because I talk about the weirdest relationships. And this one was announced today, or at least there's a picture of them holding hands. It's Olivia Wilde and Harry Styles. Apparently they're dating. They've been dating for a couple weeks. I think Olivia Wilde was just directing a movie starring Harry Styles. I think that's probably how they met. This is a strange duo. There's a lot of people on the internet talking about this. A lot of people saying Olivia Wilde, the champion for having been with Jason Sudeikis and Harry Styles, who are 2 of like the most loved humans. I feel like I'm obsessed with Jason Sudeikis after watching Ted Lasso. I also have seen a lot of people standing up for Jason Sudeikis, feeling bad for him. So we have to remember that these are people. So I don't know how Jason Sudeikis is feeling about this, but it's very likely he's not stoked to see his ex taking pictures with Harry Styles. It's pretty, you know, he's a human. None of us like that. If I had to look at, well, actually, I have my ex-boyfriend kissing his fiance on my fridge, and I don't care. But that was a long time ago. Zara Zorel says, what happened? Zara Zorel. Jesus Christ. DC expert Roxy Stryer calls her Zara Zorel. Wow. Supergirl herself. So what happened to Jason? Nothing, just Jason Sudeikis used to date Olivia Wilde and now is looking at tabloid pictures of Olivia Wilde and Harry Styles. It's also awkward, and I always think about this too. Hopefully I get famous enough for this at one point, but like, it's they've been dating for a few weeks. The last thing I want to do when I've been dating somebody for a few weeks is like post it on my Instagram or something. Think about the next level of Olivia Wilde and Harry Styles casually dating. It's been a couple weeks. They're getting a little butterflies, and then boom, every person on the planet knows. Like every person on the fucking planet. I mean, not every person on the planet reads tabloids, but every person who watches this show and any person who looks at that. That sucks. That's tough. I've just finished the morning show, which was an excellent, excellent show on Apple TV. If you guys haven't watched it, it's so great. I know I'm behind, but it was really good. And there's one kind of situation in which I don't want to give anything away, but people find out that somebody had been dating, and then like it destroys the relationship kind of because of whatever. Again, I want to be very vague about that, but I get that. Like when you're dating a coworker and you don't want everybody else to know, and part of it's about the excitement of it being secretive, but part of it's also like, I don't know this person that well yet. I want to figure them out before the whole world knows that we're together. So that must be really fucking hard. It must be very challenging. I mean, not too challenging because you're both massive celebrities and you're both really hot and you're both together. So like, I don't feel too bad for you, but still, it's not an ideal dating situation. Going into the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Garth Harkness McMurray says, I'm very late. I was busy looking over the Schmodown draft names. Happy to see a bunch of my friends, Christina, Peggy, Amaru, Jacoby, etc. in there. Christian accidentally left Jeff Snyder off the list. Hopefully it will get updated to include him. The fuck? Christian did what? I have to look over the list. We have a big meeting. The managers have a big meeting in half an hour. I'm a little nervous for it. Ryan Payne says, my pitch for Keaton in the Streamlabs, thank you, Ryan. My pitch for Keaton returning would be for him as the entry point for the Bat family, Nightwing, Batgirl, Red Robin, Spoiler, Orphan, Batwing. Or for his film could be an adaptation of Batman Incorporated where he's recruiting his own Batman around the world. So you want to see, and then do you want to see like Nightwing take a place in the Justice League, or what are you thinking? Or do you just want the Bat family in separate films? And if we're going to have the Bat family, wouldn't we probably have that in Pattinson's universe? I really don't know. Ryan Payne, interesting thoughts though. And thank you for contributing. Speaking of contributing, Sir Joker in the house, Roxy. Blush in Tasmanian devil voice. Oh, I didn't read it like that. We should just do Joker voice and make it all center around all the Jokers. That's why. Blush. That's more like Gollum. That's like, why so serious? Blush. Guys, my voices are not working today. Leave me alone. Let me live my life. Let me live my life, please, please. Just kind of on one. Sally Mercedes saving me in the chat. Just want to say, hey girl, hey. Hey girl, hey. Hope 2021 is off to a good, or at least okay start. It's aight, Sally. I hope it's okay for you, honey. Yeah, just trying. Just fucking trying. I'm going to see an apartment today. It's out of my price range, but I'm getting to that point where I'm just going to have to pay for something out of my price range. I don't know if it's in a safe neighborhood. I have to kind of see, so I'm driving there at night. But it looks cute and cool. I don't know. I don't even fucking know anymore. Just trying. Got to find somewhere to live before I'm motherfucking homeless. Sir Joker 40 says, Jokerverse, Siri changed it. Fucking Siri doing that all the time. I don't have her. Oh, no, I do. On my phone. I don't have her turned on, though. I don't think. Maybe I do. What the fuck do I know? Johnny in the DC Movie News chat says, but what movies besides the Batman are lined up to have Batman? Just reading the chat out loud. Well, Flash is lined up to have Batman. If there's ever a Justice League 2 that would be having Batman. It seems like there's probably not going to be a BVS 2. Those are kind of, well, he was in there was a Suicide Squad cameo, so I don't think that's Suicide Squad, but anything that the DC kind of whatever it is. All right. We're going to get out of here soon, but before we do, a couple other things, getting your last minute Streamlabs, super chats, etc. The new WandaVision TV spot dropped. I'm really grateful that I'm on Disney's emailing list, that anytime they drop new spots, they email me. But if you guys want to see this, it was put on Marvel's YouTube. It's really good. I'm getting more and more excited about this show. I wasn't loving all the concept stuff at first, but now, I don't know, maybe it's just because it sat with me longer. I'm stoked for this. Seems so fucking different and innovative. And at the very least, I think I'm going to watch it and be entertained. Like, ooh, wow, that's a choice. That's a choice. So I'm excited for it. It's got great performers in it, obviously. It's different. And yeah, I'm really, really stoked on this. I like this spot a lot. It wasn't much that we hadn't seen, but just it was tight. And it looks, as Supergirl in the chat says, WandaVision looks so unique. It does. It really does. There's no way else to say it. And it's coming in like 10 days, which is wild. Or 11 days from now. Shout out to my girl, Susie Easton in here. Ugh, you're amazing, Roxy. Happy 2021. Send bunnies. Send Susies. Send Vinnies. It's a raid, baby. So happy to have you in here. Happy to have you all. Thank you guys for being here. We are getting out of here. So, guys, don't forget all these things. Going over my week for a second. Tomorrow, I'm on SEN Live in the morning because it's motherfucking Tuesday. What, am I blurry all of a sudden? Is she back? Yeah, she's back. So Tuesday morning, I do SEN. I'll be back here, obviously, live with Roxy 7 days this week. I got to figure out what we're doing for episode 300. We got to find something fun, I think. And then on Wednesday, World Girl Wednesday. On Sunday, we've got that wind down. I'm letting Hoffer know I'm back in town this week, so hopefully I can tell you guys to support me over there. On Friday, I should be doing Only Stupid Answers with DJ Wooldridge. That's Friday mornings. And I'll keep you guys posted on all the other places that I am this week. But that's my preliminary list because I don't fucking stop. Don't fucking stop. Could have been a better song. I'm sure Rob Fishbeck will make it into something greater or give me tips on it in the future. Goodbye to my friends. Prince That Wasn't Promised, Lloyd Nance, Gavin Min, Bruce Banner, LFIV, Glenn Caesar, Rob K, Juan Mendez, Matt Link, Mohammed Belsein, Ryan Payne, John Bainbridge, Spidey Sensei, Stefan Zubel, Garth McMurray, Andrew Thomas, Carl Zorel, Thunder God Cairo, The Killer. What? Does that count? Nahowski? Nah. Kay Walton, Emmanuel Akinola, Sally Mercedes, Sir Joker, DK, Mark Jason Ali, Jeremy Miller, Daniel Lee, Hey Craig, Lauren, Susie Easton, Mormoth, Hunts, all the people. Thank you guys so much for being here. Leave a comment after the fact. It really helps. Give a thumbs up. Garrett Lee, Lemmy Kilmister, Chris Martinez. Hopefully everybody who wanted one got a shout out. I love you guys lots. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll see you guys all of the days. King's Pork Cow, Fanboy, Cantina. Yeah. All right. Much love, friends. Put down the toilet seat. Murderanta. Glenn Caesar. Make your bed. Be kind to each other. If you have not stuck up with your resolutions, start fucking today. You can do it. And, as the rich people tell us, you don't need healthcare if you just eat a little healthier. So, try to add some broccoli to your diet. See you guys tomorrow.